Hi, Star Wars fans. How's it going? This is John with Starwarsnut77.com. This episode, I'm going to talk about my favorite Star Wars movies, ranking them in all six in order. I'm going to start with the sixth being my least favorite, number one being my most favorite. This is a hard list to do, to be honest with you, because I know a lot of people are down on the prequels. I didn't hate the prequels as much as a lot of people do. I certainly prefer the original trilogy because that's what I grew up with, but really the prequel movies aren't that bad, in my personal opinion. But not only am I going to rank the movies in order, I'm also going to talk about my favorite moments, and I'll list in some cases some things maybe I didn't care for about the movie. So, and I really encourage you guys to do the same in the comment section below. Please list what you guys feel is your favorite Star Wars movies and maybe your least favorite Star Wars movie. I'm not including the Clone Wars cartoon that came out years back. I'm not including the Ewok films, just the basic 6 episodes that came out. So we'll start with number 6, my least favorite, and that will be episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I like this movie, don't get me wrong. I think the thing that really I didn't care for it was just the sappy love story. The one-liners were really cheesy to me. Between the love story between Anakin and Padme was just over the top. Probably the highlight of the movie, though, was definitely the Yoda fight scene. First time I've seen Yoda with a lightsaber and how he fought, and that was really, really cool to see. Number 5 on my list would be Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Definitely didn't care for Jar Jar like most people. I didn't think he was terrible, but I didn't care for him. I thought the movie could have done without him for sure. But what I did like about Episode 1 is Darth Maul is probably one of my favorite Star Wars characters still. I love the duel scene at the end between him and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. It was killer. I also like the pod race scene, super cool scene as well. So overall, I thought it was a pretty decent movie. I felt that Anakin, the character who played Anakin, Jake Lloyd, I think his name is, Anakin character itself was a little weak, but overall, not a terrible film. Number 4 is got to be Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This is definitely by far the best movie of the prequels. Definitely did a good job at linking the trilogies together, I felt, especially at the end. The duel scene at the end was really, really cool. Definitely the highlight of it, kind of seeing how to see how Anakin turns into Darth Vader is really, really cool, I thought. Now, this is where it gets tough for me, the top 3, because honestly, equally, they're really good. Any given day, I could change my mind, to be quite honest with you. But I would say number 3 on my list, at least as far as my top favorite Star Wars movies, is probably going to be, this is tough, probably A New Hope. It's definitely the original one. I love it to death. I hate to put it at number 3. I just don't know where to put the other 2. My favorite highlight is, of course, the ending with the trench scene. It's classic. It's iconic. Certainly, the cantina scene is definitely a highlight for me. There really isn't anything about the movie I can say bad about it. It was just such a classic movie and holds up really well even today. Number 2 on my list has got to be Return of the Jedi. The highlight for me is the speeder bike scene is definitely pretty awesome. The ending too, with the Death Star, this 2, whatever, blowing up is pretty awesome. The Ewok scene is pretty cool. Definitely a great movie overall, and to see the whole wrap up with Anakin, Darth Vader going back to Anakin and telling Luke that he was right is really actually very, very touching, and just a great way to end the original trilogy. Number 1, of course, that would leave me with one option left. You probably know it by now. It's Episode 4, Empire Strikes Back. What I love about this movie is just dark. I mean, there's not many movies where the bad guys win, and Empire Strikes Back, the bad guys won, really, essentially, and the Empire came back in a fury, and that's just what this movie's about. I love the Yoda scene. It's kind of a slower scene. Introduced to Yoda, I thought the puppetry was amazing. Holds up even well today. The whole Bespin scene is really, really cool. The Hoth scene at the very beginning with the AT-AT walkers and AT-ST walkers. Amazing that they could do that on blue screen back in the day. It's still great, amazing with all the models that they use in special effects. It blows my mind even today, and I so prefer that over CGI any day of the week. But overall, that's my 6, guys. I'm really curious to read what you guys have to say. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to stay in touch, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I'll put links below. I have my new website, SWNet77.com. Also, guys, I have t-shirts available. If you guys are interested in a Star Wars Nut 77 t-shirt, I'll put a link below, and that helps support the show as well, guys. We truly appreciate that. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and may the Force be with you.